All right, welcome in. I think we're live. Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. I have swapped locations at the moment. I have actually swapped coasts too. So I am on the correct time zone. Orlando fan club, welcome in. What's up, Duke versus Texas women's soccer? Ooh, currently live 0-0. Duke is ranked second and Texas seventh. I guess they're in the effectively like the playoff, right? If they're doing College Cup here. So let's definitely keep tabs on our women's soccer team. All Duke sports, by the way. Any Duke team that wins a championship or goes far. I know women's golf also fantastic, having won many championships as well. So tonight, uh, Duke will face Delaware. I believe the last time these two teams played, I I was actually in school. I think. Uh, I like for some reason I have this visceral memory of playing the Blue Hens, and I think it's because their team name is so funny. Like I don't know. It just feels like they're like a very funny like I don't what's a blue hen is just like kind of odd. I don't, and for whatever reason, the name stuck with me. Timothy, welcome in. Good evening. Yes, this one is going to be for another W. I suspect that most people, I don't know, like what did Shane welcome in as well? I want to kind of understand what chat's reaction was to after the game on Tuesday, because usually, and I have to re-authenticate myself here. This is annoying. Because usually like after a Duke game, there's like this like mourning period, right? But like after this Kansas game, I wasn't overly like upset. um, I just kind of like like we were there like kind of how we called it at the end. We were just like, well, that was unfortunate. Um, and hold on, I need to like fix my authentication here so I can actually like get the game. Give me 1 second, and I just like cannot multitask right now. My brain is like absolutely fried. Um, but so now I will try to start multitasking. What I was basically going to say, I was like, well, like the whole Kansas game, I wasn't really upset about it. Like they played 18 really good minutes of that second half. They played 18 really good minutes of offense and defense, by the way. And then they got outplayed for 2 minutes and we lost. And really, it was like the Grady Dick show, as that was like he like went on and like what scored like 7 straight points. And we're like, well, okay. I guess like somebody had to step up for Kansas if they were going to win it. So like props to them. And look, the other storyline to this, right, is that we did not have Dariq Whitehead on the other night, and we do tonight, right? So that is the other big piece of news is that Dariq Whitehead will play tonight, per Coach John Shire, assuming this ever actually starts. Oh boy, come on, please work. ESPN. Okay, an error has occurred. Okay, that's cool. Um, yeah. I don't know how to fix that one. All right, let me see. Let's try it. Let's try it here. It's probably cached or something. Okay, we're gonna switch browsers and we're gonna try this again. Uh, it'll be very depressing. It's gonna be a very depressing stream if I can't actually watch the game. Uh, Although, like, I should be able to because this has worked for me before, so I don't know why it wouldn't work now. Uh, and let's see. All right. Okay. Fingers crossed this works in Chrome. Maybe. Nope, it doesn't. Okay. I don't. This is depressing. Does anybody has anybody actually been able to get this game on ESPN? Or is it completely busted for everybody else? Or am I the only one? Because this can't be the correct thing. Yeah, okay. My brother is also getting an error. Uh, you have it on the Sports South, like local channel, which technically I should have because I am in Florida. Therefore, I should get Sports South wherever that is. Like, it should just be like a local thing, right? Like, why is it not like my local channel 7 is what I want to know. Uh, Myrtle Beach Invitational? No, no, not right, not right, not right. I don't even know, man. Okay. Like I'm looking through all the channels. I am literally looking through all the channels. It's supposed to be on ACC Network Extra. Local now, SBC, da 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 da. Okay, that's TCU Baylor. That's not what we need. That's the wrong game. That's also the wrong game. All the NBA stuff is not what we need. What the? Yeah, I know. I don't. For some reason, ACC Network Extra is completely borked. I can't actually watch the game. Let's see. What are we doing? I'm like looking through literally every single channel. Okay, I have hit the bottom of the channel list. Okay. Try it. Maybe it's back. Maybe it was broken before, but now it isn't. Perhaps there is a basketball god somewhere. No. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. What is going on? I don't know how else to actually get the game. Unless I like somehow take this entire streaming setup out to my living room, which in theory I actually could. Um, actually, I don't know if I could. Maybe I can. Hold on. Let me think about this. Hold on. Oh, there's the pop. Okay, be right back. Okay, I found it, but this is going to be a little odd. Hold on. Okay. All right. Hello. Okay. All right. You all can hear me. All right. So what I'm going to do is go have a game and the stream. All right, chat. This is going to be completely scuffed. I need to go get my cell phone too. See if you can plug me in. Okay. And I'm going to read chat from my phone. One sec. You want my laptop? I can log on YouTube. I can log. No, I need the studio. Okay. All right. Yeah. And the pup is down here. So content. And somehow I'm going to figure out exactly how to, okay, there we go. Pull up the comments. No, no. Because he wants attention. Okay, all right. Now I've got chat up. Okay. What I need to do, got it. What I need to do here. Okay, I got it. Okay, this is going to be like the most chill stream we've ever had, chat, because we are literally in the living room on the couch watching a Duke game, which is what I'm sure most of you are doing. It turns out that the game is like blacked out basically everywhere. So Duke looking like they're getting off to a pretty good start here, 10-5. I'll update my stat sheet as soon as I actually see some stats. So now I am reading chat. I have not been able to keep up. It looks like Delaware driving in. It's another block by Filipowski. We'll talk about Filipowski in a second because I have been incredibly impressed, and that is a beautiful move by Tyrese Proctor. No, that doesn't work. Beautiful move rather by Tyrese Proctor there, high off of the glass. So no, because I actually have it on the regional sports network, even though the game is blacked out, but I'm watching it on like actual cable television, which is how I have it. So I can't use I'm not using like my normal TVs to do it. Ryan Young, let's see. So, okay, Derek is not on the court at the moment. That should be a foul against Delaware there. Ryan Young gets fouled pretty easily. Yeah, easy call. Fry, what is up, man? I was actually sort of surprised by how short the roster on Delaware was. I was looking through it before the game, and there were like, I don't know, like three or four different players that were all injured. And this is Whitehead finally coming into the game for the first time this season after the injured foot that he suffered in practice over the summer. So this is the first time we're getting a look at our one of our top picks, or top recruits rather. Yeah, the whole like the ESPN and online is like, this is like that blackout thing is like really dumb. It's like, yeah, super dumb. Roach coming off the curl. This is a beautiful little inbounds play, although he can't get the shot to go. The mid-range jumper, no good, as Proctor was the inbounder. Roach just can't get the jumper to go. I'm trying to keep an eye on Whitehead. He's kind of off to the right side of the screen at the moment, kind of on his own. 12 to shoot for the Fightin' Blue Hens. And this is going to be Whitehead on defense now for the first time. Pretty good, actually, manages to stay with his man. But the bucket there by number 14, Asamoah, for Delaware goes over the outstretched arms. Mitchell trying to go into the paint, stops and pulls up right at the free throw line, actually takes that shot. Almost looked like a kind of shot you would take against a zone defense, actually. Skylark, we could have beat Kansas if we denied them out of the paint. Yeah, we can definitely talk about the Kansas game during one of the breaks. No problems with that. I think it was kind of, I was starting to talk about my thoughts about that particular game, and then the whole like situation with not being able to actually watch this game. Derek Whitehead there with a rebound off of pretty good defense. He forces his man to miss and brings that one down. Oh, beautiful pass from Proctor to Ryan Young. Proctor cutting baseline, great vision. The assist there. So I actually thought that, well, was it on Tuesday night, the lineup, the best looking lineup was the Young, Roach, Mitchell, Filipowski, and Lively lineup. And I'm curious if like Shire tries a similar lineup, but if it's like Lively and Whitehead, or it's like Lively, Whitehead instead of Filipowski, or if it's Filipowski, Whitehead, or something like that. I think that's definitely kind of like the most star-studded lineup of, or at least like the most firepower. Although it does tend to get difficult for us to play inside if we have three bigs. Another Jameer Nelson. Yeah, actually, Jameer Nelson, the leading scorer on the Blue Hens. I think he's averaging, he put in 18 points in his last game. See, I had all my stats on my other screen, and now I can't actually read them out. Roach at the free throw line connects on that one. ESPN Plus is pointless. Whenever Duke is on ESPN, I'm only able to watch it in Spanish on my PlayStation. Now that is something. Grandison in the game here as Roach hits the second. Grandison did not have a very good game on Tuesday. He was 0 for 4. That one I remember well. That's an easy stat. But Grandison here and Blake's with the double team near the mid-court line. Duke's defensive pressure is going to result in a turnover here. Despite the Kansas game, we are still, I think it was third in the nation in scoring defense, at which is allowing teams only 50 points per game. And something tells me that Delaware is probably not going to score more than 50 tonight. Just the way that this is going, because right now they're on pace for 40. And so that is kind of where we are at the moment. All right, let me just jump in. I want to make sure I got all the stats right, because we did join the game a little bit late. Appreciate everybody hanging out here in chat, especially given that the whole game situation is just a little bizarre. Oh, we got Orlando fan club keeping tabs on the Duke women's soccer there. So let's see. Okay, live stats. Here we go. No, that's fine. All right. Okay, Nelson, no. Okay, 3 points. Timothy's been practicing singing today. Well, you can, instead of yelling at the TV, try to sing at the TV. Like, you know, you can say no in a singing voice, or like, I can't believe that was a foul. I'm not going to actually sing, obviously, but you know, you could say these things in a singing voice. You could you can add them to songs. So Timothy, you could actually practice your way through it, I think. You could, like, you know, multitask there. So he's got 3. I think it will help you. See, there you go. The scoreboard is kind of too wide. Probably. Oh yeah, okay, the numbers are a little cut off. I'll have to fix that in the other room. Davis has 3, Asamoah has 3, and Ray has 2. Okay, Davis has 3, Asamoah has 3, and Ray has 2. And let's make sure our Blue Devils are all properly accounted for. Sorry, Jameer Nelson's got 2 personal fouls and 1 on Asamoah. Okay, so that's the foul situation. So 2 and 1, that gives 3 to Delaware. Only foul on Duke is on Flip at the moment, actually. Let's say Lively with 3, Roach 2, Proctor 4. Lively 3, Roach 2, Proctor 4. Flip 1 foul and 5 points. I mean, Flip man is on another level right now. The only freshman in Duke history to actually have 3 double doubles in his first 3 games. What happened to the game on Discord? My guy who helps me stream it can't actually see the game, so he's not watching it either. That's the there is no game to stream. And yes, Dariq Whitehead is playing. He is in the game right now, actually. Yeah, it's Blake's it's Blake's, Whitehead, Lively, Grandison, and Roach. And the baseline jumper there goes for Kevon Riley. That's actually going to be 3. So that's a 2 there. Actually, my stuff is a little. Blake's for 3, no good. Grandison actually with a nice putback and 1. Cancel the stream due to Black Hat. Oh wait, he's there. I didn't know Dariq Whitehead's in the game. Yeah. So this is Whitehead's first game back. So we have seen like Lively on what I could only assume is a minutes restriction. I assume that that Whitehead will also have some sort of similar minutes restriction, as the and 1 is good there for Grandison. 21-12 here, Duke, with 10:50 to go. Christian Ray there with another 2 points under the bucket, 21-14. Blake's with the ball now, looking, Filipowski's going to call Proctor over. There's a screen by Flip. Proctor ISO 1-on-1 on the right side. Oh, with the step back jumper. What a beauty by Tyrese Proctor. I actually thought that he found something in the second half of that game against Kansas. I mean, to be fair, he was my pick to kind of pop off in the Kansas game and actually give us a huge lift. And I sort of have to eat my words as a result of that, not actually happening. But here he goes again, and he's going to cut to the hoop, and that will be free throws. Wonder why Grandison transferred from Illinois. Well, everybody kind of gets that free extra year now. So actually, if you're not good enough to go, to the NBA, why not transfer, right? Tyrese hits the first from the free throw line. 3-4-2-3-2. 3-4-2. 3, 2. And Tyrese has both of these. So he's got 9. 26-14, 9:53 to go here in the first. Oh, almost good hands by Proctor. Actually, this is going to go out on Delaware. No, Duke out on Duke. So Delaware will attain possession. Proctor with 9. I'm just going to flip over to the Kansas game because I think what Proctor had, okay, he had 9 against Kansas. So this ties his best performance so far in a Duke uniform. Lively having to really step out to the 3-point line to defend. Actually gets called for a cheap foul there. Actually, I thought he moved his feet quite well for getting kind of blown by there by Davis. I can't wrap my head around Duke not being on ACC Network unless scheduled on RSN. Well, they're like on ACC Network Extra, apparently. Yeah, right. Lakes for 3, and he connects. So we've now had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Blue Devils scoring here as the defense just completely breaks down and right through the lane goes Delaware here. Proctor outside to Flip. This is going to be an easy 3-pointer for Flip if he can hit it just too far, actually. And Duke will retain possession on the rebound. I actually kind of like the transfer. Well, I'm sort of split on the transfer rule, to be fair. It's like totally changed the way recruiting goes because you have to now recruit both freshmen and graduate students, which is kind of odd. But I suppose it's a huge X factor for teams. I mean, you saw like what Brady Manick did last year and what Lively with a beautiful putback there. And then what Remy did for Kansas. Like the transfers have instant impact on these teams. Oh, you were rewatching the Duke Kentucky game from last year. The ESPN scoreline had Grandison with 20 points. Yeah, like I feel like he was definitely a contributor to that team as Proctor's little turnaround jump shot is missed with the cleanup for Lively there. I love that offensive rebounding. You know, if you have Whitehead, Lively, and Filipowski in the game all at once, I don't know if there's a reason another team should get a rebound at all on a defensive or the offensive end. Either way, well, okay. In this case, they come down with it, and that was Christian Ray coming down with it for Delaware. Lively, really good defense there. Tries to force Delaware to shoot over him, but he can't. Filipowski straight on for this 3. Gets fouled? No, actually hits the deck. No foul call. And now he gets called for a foul from behind. Oh no, that's a foul on Lively, actually. So 2 for Lively, 1 for Flip. There we go. This will send Johnny McCoy to the free throw line here. No, sorry, Jameer Nelson to the free throw line. Wait, what? Oh, that's number 0. Yeah. And he misses. He misses. And he connects on the second. 6-4-2-5-2. 6-4-2-5-2. There we go.
I would start Proctor, Flip, Lively, Mitchell, and Whitehead for a huge lineup. Roach with the turnaround soft shot, but Filipowski tries to get the rebound and can't collect. I would sort of be interested in, like, so my problem with the really huge lineups, that's a charge, is that there's no space in the paint to operate. If everybody is like 6'8" or taller, you're like, where do you put them? Like, honestly, like where do you actually, like, they're just like gonna run into each other. I think I would rather, I think what I would rather do is something like putting, I would, yeah, you go Proctor, Flip, and then you either go, I don't think you would do Mitchell. I honestly think that you need your second guard in there, or you need like a serious like 3-point shooter. And the disappointing the disappointing piece for now is that like Jaden Shoot isn't like there yet, right? So because it would be really awesome if you had the 3 bigs and then you had like Proctor and Shoot, and basically you could just drive the ball into the paint with anyone, like, or actually just get the ball into the paint. They would drive, and then you could always reverse it out of the paint to an open 3-point shooter. And honestly, you might even play Flip as like not actually like a 5, even though he probably could. You'd play him as like a 3 or a 4, and like let him like actually take some shots, assuming he could make them, right? Which we've seen that he can. Like, that would be a super interesting lineup, actually. But like, if all you have is a bunch of dribble drive penetrators, like, or if you're like this like one-dimensional, like just back to the basket post up, unless your guys are like literally Shaq and like unstoppable, like kind of like Zion was to some degree, right? Just like you just fed the ball to Zion and he was literally unstoppable. Unless everybody is like that, you risk becoming like this one-dimensional offense. And so you need some of that other versatility. But yeah, Proctor tonight's been playing pretty good. I think that this non-conference stint is like super important for him. And actually, he's gonna have another shot at like kind of having breakout games. I think when they go to Portland next week, like the game tonight and the game against like Bellarmine on Monday, like whatever, right? Like the quality of the opponent like isn't there. If he has like great games tonight and Monday, like that's really good that he can carry over. But I really think like when you get into that tournament next week over the Thanksgiving holiday, especially if you start playing like the Gonzagas of the world, he needs another game like he needs to show out another game like that. Ryan Young into the game now, and Mark Mitchell actually is going to get called for an offensive foul that looks like absolutely nothing. I don't even know. Comparing Zion to I mean, like, Shaq is obviously feels like he's taller, right? But they're like this similar body build. They're like this giant body, right? Granted, I think Zion needs a few rings to go along with it, but like they're big boys. Let's put it that way. They're big boys. Out from the outside. That's another 3-pointer there. I think that was, is that Ray? No, this is Kevon Riley there hitting for 3. Yeah, Texas beat Gonzaga. That was so this is the crazy thing, right? This is what I kept saying last year too. Every time Gonzaga, they're like, yeah, we'll skip. And Gonzaga wants to go play in the Big 12, by the way. Everybody, let's not forget that. It is the Big 12, right? Not the Big 10. Yeah, it is the Big 12. They're like, yeah, let's like schedule like these like really tough road games. Like, sure, Gonzaga, like go ahead and schedule like these road games and go lose them. Because that's literally what they do. Like last year, what was it? They went to play was it Tennessee? I think if memory serves, it was like Tennessee. But look, like Gonzaga was on upset alert on the freaking carrier last week against Michigan State. And then what happened? Michigan State went off and just like, and beat Kentucky, right, in a double overtime game. So like clearly we are seeing a couple things. Number one, Michigan State is underranked, especially after what they did to Gonzaga on the carrier and then having beaten Kentucky. So they will definitely be in the rankings come Monday for sure. Which is actually kind of scary to have a Coach Izzo team that is like, really good. And two, I think Gonzaga as number one, probably a little too high. And to be fair, Carolina also probably a little too high, given that their games have been very lackluster. So, yeah. Zag, no, I think no, I don't think it's the Pac. Is it the Pac-12 or the Big 12? I thought it was the Big 12, and they were like, you're gonna there's so much travel. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because I'm not making this up. They're like actually, who you got, Zags or Kentucky? Well, I'd have to go Gonzaga because there's no Duke fan that would ever root for Kentucky, so that's a trick question. Yeah, growing interest in Gonzaga joining Big 12. This was on Bleacher Report over the summer on November 16th, like before, like right as this was 2 days ago, like right as they were having that game against Texas, right? And so we're like, growing interest in Gonzaga joining Big 12 after commissioner meets with AD. So like, I'm not making this up, right? Like Gonzaga actually wants to put itself in a Power 5 conference. What a beautiful look. And those are Derek Whitehead's first points, by the way. But meanwhile, while we were distracted, Derek Whitehead on a beautiful feed from Ryan Young goes baseline and does the reverse lay-in. Yeah. In the bonus, I feel good about our defense going forward. Very impressed. Yeah, we've definitely talked about the defense being, was it top 3 in the country? As Ryan Young collects the rebound there, Whitehead was trying to drive baseline and couldn't quite get it to stick. Yeah, Shane saying in the bonus, I feel good about our defense going forward to be that aggressive but controlled. Look, I actually thought so. Like now that we've hit a timeout here, let's go back to talking about the Kentucky from the. No, we haven't quite hit a timeout. We got a minute 14 left. I thought they faked me out here. Actually, both teams more or less in the bonus. I got my buddies filling in that Ryan Young used saliva on his contact, then dropped it on the floor, and finally got the correct solution to clean off the contact. That's pretty hardcore. LJ Owens at the free throw line for Delaware, by the way, at the moment, as he connects on both of those to give Delaware 24. Well, Delaware White hit 50 at this point, actually. I was hoping our defense would hold in a little bit longer or a little bit more firm. Jalen Blakes is going to cut to the line and just can't quite get it to connect the lay-in there. So I thought our defense was actually one of the highlights of the game against Kansas, because no matter how, like, the offense in the first half was horrendous, actually, by both teams. And both teams actually played pretty good defense because they, like, just to be able to keep it close, right? Like, we went into the locker room down 5. Now, granted, Kansas wasn't hitting any threes, and some of that has to do with us, as we have one of the best 3-point shooting defenses in the country. I think teams are shooting less than in the 20s as far as 3-pointers are concerned, as Blake's hits 1 of 2 at the free throw line. So the fact that our defense actually was able to keep us in the game is a really good sign of things to come. And Jalen Blakes actually gets the strip there. Ball's on the floor, and Whitehead is on the floor as he comes up with it. They're going to call Whitehead for a foul. They're really going to call Derek Whitehead for a foul on a loose ball when both players are. This ball is 100% loose. Wow, that's a horrendous call. The Delaware kid just don't trip over him. You have 2 players diving for a loose ball, and you're going to call a foul against Whitehead. Like, the officiating was horrible on Tuesday night, but that is pretty bad. So we got Kevon Ridley at the free throw line. He'll hit the first. The Tar Heels probably hate playing in the ACC Big Ten Challenge because they're forced to play a ranked team early. They actually have to play two Big Ten teams. They got to play. They have to play again against Michigan. Actually, I think it's Michigan, and they play Indiana in the Big Ten in the challenge. Yeah. Oh, Ryan Young, beautiful feed is Grandison. That's just too easy. But it's a great look by Ryan Young and another assist for him. I feel like he's almost up to like 3 assists on the afternoon. Jarrell Davis there gets the lay-in. These guys are kind of hanging around. Swagger Jacker, I kind of agree right now. Look, it's like only a 10-point game, and there's 4 minutes to go. This is kind of what I was saying. Like, we're averaging, like, our opponents are averaging 50 points, per game. This is a nice little shot fake. Actually, that was Kevon Ridley hitting from 3. What a credit where it's due. That is a fantastic shot fake, actually, right there. And he gets the 3. Yo, Daquan May, what is up? Welcome into chat. Welcome in, everybody. We're having a bit of a slightly different stream tonight because I have to watch this game in my living room and not actually on my computer where I usually do my stream. So appreciate everybody hanging around and welcome in to the broadcast here. It is actually 38 to what I have is 38 to 30 right now. For 38-31. As Chad was saying, these guys are hanging around here in Cameron. Now, it remains to be seen, obviously, 6'2", 4'10", 7'2", 6'2", 4'10". Yeah. This could be one of the games where it's like the script is basically like, well, team hangs around like for the majority of the first half, and then they actually can't play the full 40 minutes. So they come out in the second half and get totally blown away. Like, it might be one of those games, right? All right. The dog was eating foam. There's foam. Yeah, there's foam everywhere. Okay, there's foam everywhere. All right, we had a foam crisis. New year, again. New year, new beginnings. All-time starting 5 for Duke to win 1 game. All-time starting. I mean, what you have to? Well, like Leitner has to be on that team. Like, why you just like pick part of the 90-91 national title team between like Leitner, Hurley, maybe some Battier Boozer in there. And let's throw like one of the recent guys in there, like you throw I don't know if you throw a Zion Williamson or like a Jason Tatum, like the way that Tatum has played in the NBA of late. Like, the dude's an all-star. Like, he's been fantastic. Or you should also give a nod to JJ Redick, like, of the Duke greats. Be tough. Yeah. Hurley, Allen, like Riddick, Betty, or Billis. The Billustrator. Dariq Whitehead, now they cleared out the side for him. He's going to go one-on-one. No, sorry, this is Mark Mitchell. And he can't connect. He actually got into a pretty good position to just be able to lay it in, but missed the bunny there. We got under 4, and it's only a 7-point game here. Delaware really using the 3-point shot to keep themselves in the game. And here's Kevon Riley, who has been hitting from the outside, the feed down low. Good defense by Blakes, and here's Riley again, and his three. That one is no good, and Proctor comes down with the rebound here. Three, and it gets picked actually, and here we go. Run out, yes. Run out for our Arletti, Gianmarco Arletti, the Italian there for Delaware, as Delaware cuts the lead down to 5. Duke sloppy there on the offensive possession. High screen there by Flip is what's Proctor going to do? Clock lane is wide open for Proctor. He just has to convert, and he can't. He gets it blocked. Oh my God! You kind of saw the lane open up, and you're like, Tyrese, man, you got to take your man off the dribble. Just get it done. Turnaround jump shot is way short for Delaware, and Filipowski recovers. Yeah, this game is way closer than it should be. Anybody else out there nervous? Slightly. If this was the second half, I'd be slightly nervous. It's still first half. Ooh, what a turnaround. What a beauty by Filipowski, the turnaround jump shot. I have to say, I think a lot of us didn't expect to be like, we knew Filipowski was good. I'm not sure if we knew he was this good. He has just been solid. Like, despite whatever happened on Tuesday night, Filipowski was exceptional. Exceptional. Like, the double, like the points and the rebounding. Like, here's Arletti from the outside. That 3-point shot doesn't go. Mark Mitchell, Duke broke down defensively, but Mitchell comes out with the rebound. Screen by up there by Grandison. Lakes looking for options here as the shot clock ticks down to 9. Grandison, there's the seal there by Filipowski, but Grandison goes outside to Proctor, and the weak side rebound goes to Delaware. So Delaware still trying to stay within striking distance here, actually. Trying to burn some clock maybe too, get a good shot. LJ Owens asking for a high screen here, but Grandison denies it. And actually, they're going to call Grandison for a cheap one. The first there on Grandison. I'll get the foul count right here. Second half starting, Duke. Oh, Duke women in Texas, 0-0. Nice. I bet the Tar Heels probably wouldn't want to play Delaware. Not only that, they probably wouldn't want to play them in the Dean Dome because apparently Carolina can't play in the Dean Dome either. Oh yeah, Timothy. I suppose your team would also, like you say, like starting like best 5, but like in reality, you probably need a 6th man. So you might want to expand your question to 6 in the future. As John is going to call timeout here. It's kind of the lose it or use it timeout. So we're going to draw something up here for our Blue Devils. I was trying to think. I was just trying to look here. Actually, the 3-point shooting percentage for Delaware. Actually, let me make sure I got the fouls right across the board. 3, McCoy, Riley, Davis, Asamoah. 3, McCoy, Riley, Davis. Yes, okay. So that's where it's 7, and Duke backs up with us. 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay, the only player without a foul is Proctor. 1, 2, 1, 1. No. Everyone who has played for Duke has a foul. All right, let's see what John has drawn up here. We got Mitchell, Roach, Flip, Grandison, and Proctor. Oh, it's going to be Flip on the right block, and Filipowski's going to go for it. Grandison's going to get the putback as Filipowski's shot was about to roll off the rim. Nice call by Coach Shire here. It's actually a 2-for-1 situation too, which is big brain here as Delaware's going to have to put it up before the shot clock. So Duke really wanted to go early. Oh my goodness, that 3-pointer goes. Now my assumption is that Coach Shire actually had 2 plays drawn up in the huddle. He had the first one, which was Flip isolated on the low block there on the right-hand side of the court. And now he's going to get this. This is going to be the second play that they're going to execute. And so Filipowski coming off the screen there, they're trying to feed the post, and they do get it to Flip. They're just going to go right back to it, actually. Is that going to be an offensive foul? Yes. Oh, travel. Little too far. So Duke tried to go back to the same play. Slightly different result this time. It goes in a turnover instead of the points. No, the game actually has remained interesting because this Delaware here, this 10-4 run in the last 4 minutes. So it hasn't been just an absolute blowout. Now the question again is, can Delaware stick in the second half? That shot actually blocked. Actually, the 3-point shot attempt from 3/4 court was blocked there by Duke. And so we have hit the halftime 7:51 on the East Coast as we hit the half. So 8:06 is going to be when we resume this. Give me 1 second, chat. Okay, let's take a look at the stats here. Let's take a look. No, that was the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. And actually, I gotta go back to here. There we go. Live joining. All right. So team stats. Delaware actually shooting 11 of 27. Duke 15 of 28. So Duke shooting over 50%. We're ahead, obviously, so that makes sense. But Delaware actually going 4 of 11 from 3. That's 36% from 3. Duke is 3 of 7 at the moment. So our 3-point shooting at 43%. Delaware 36, but they have hit 1 more. Free throws are even, actually. Both teams 7 and 9. From the free throw line. Duke ahead in the rebounding category, which we would expect here, 18-12, and actually cleaning up on the defensive glass, 15-10. So how is Delaware keeping this so close? It is only a 6-point game. Yeah, it's only a 6-point game here. So where are they making it up? Because we have 4 more buckets. They only have 1 more 3, so that should just be a delta of like 1, effectively. Turnovers, both teams have turned it over 3 times. Fast break, steal points in the paint. Second chance points. Well, okay, hold on. So if you've hit 4 more shots, and assuming each shot was a 2-pointer, that would be 8. So you'd be ahead by 8. And then one of Delaware's was a 3. No, so that could be right. So it just is that they've hit slightly fewer shots. They've almost taken as many though. So yeah, otherwise the game does seem fairly back and forth. I mean, kind of like a decent game of runs. The one to watch though on the Delaware side is Riley. He's really kind of the keeping them in it here. He's 2 of 3 from 3. Nelson's hit 1 and Davis has hit 1. This is the 4. But Riley just finding open spots to spot up and take shots. I want to check the Duke stats too, because we saw Whitehead played. He's got 6 minutes so far tonight. Lively has played for 8 minutes. So again, kind of on the lower side. Kind of to put that in perspective, Lakes has played 8 minutes, Grandison has played 8 minutes, and Ryan Young has played 8 minutes. The starters, on the other hand, have been playing between 13 and 16 minutes. Roach, Proctor, Mitchell, and Flip, all with 13 or more minutes. Whew. Only 3 turnovers between Duke player is Proctor 2. Yeah, so actually a low turnover game, and Delaware actually hasn't turned the ball over either. This is from Brother DKL. This is an interesting stat too, because I looked through it and then I kind of just like walked away from it because I was like, oh, it's not. There's like no difference here. Both teams only turning the ball over 3 times. But actually, here's an interesting difference. We'll go one level deeper. Duke has 0 points off of Delaware's turnovers. Delaware has 8 points off of Duke's turnovers, which is actually more than like a 2-to-1 ratio. So they hit a 3 off of one of our turnovers effectively, which is actually crazy. So they've been able to really capitalize on every single one of our mistakes, and we have let them off the hook off of theirs. And granted, they haven't really made that many mistakes. And so, you know, a team that they actually won their conference last season, right? So this isn't like this isn't really just like some odd scrub team. They won their conference. That's how they got their NCAA ticket. And then they eventually lost to Villanova. But like, yeah, experienced team with experienced ball handlers. And this is kind of what you get again. But I'm glad our guys are hanging in there as far as like, you know, taking care of the basketball, because Tuesday was a horror show as far as like, you know, taking care of the basketball is concerned, at least for the first 20 minutes. Is it 4-3? Maybe my stat didn't update. I had 3 and 3 here. Let me try. Oh, you're right. It is 4-3. Okay. Okay, it's 4-3. So still, yeah. It's a far cry from Tuesdays. What we had 11 turnovers in the first half. That was it. It was 11 turnovers in the first half, and Kansas had 10. So we're already on pace to turn the ball over less in the entirety of this game than we did in one half against Kansas, which is good. Let's go on double watch though for Filipowski, and let's see if he can continue the double streak here. He's got double doubles in his first 3 games. He's got 7 points but only 3 rebounds right now, and actually that's the most rebounds across. No, Proctor has 7 rebounds. That's kind of crazy. Proctor has 7 defensive rebounds. Surprised me. I had like no idea from this one. So Proctor is actually the one on double watch for right now. It's 9 points, 7 rebounds. Grandison also has 7 points. Filipowski's got 7. We'll see. I assume that he'll be able to pick up. I would suspect Filipowski is going to pick up 7 rebounds this game. Let's just like let's put a bet on it, chat. Let's put a friendly bet on it. And he goes for a 4th double. And let's see who's else. Whitehead scored 2. It was a pretty nice baseline drive where he got his first Duke points there. Lively's got 5. Blake's with 4. Roach with 2. Grandison 7, Proctor 9, Ryan Young 4, Mark Mitchell 2, 1, 2, 3. You got 9 Blue Devils scoring here in this first half, which is nice to see. Trying to see the assist count. Yeah, Proctor with 3 assists, and Ryan Young equaling that total there with 3 assists as well. The only steal going to Whitehead actually. So far tonight. So chat, there we are. That's really your first half recap. So go back to the game on against Kansas on Tuesday, because we never got really to finish what we were saying. Look, I think you look back at that game, and I'm actually more worried about this game right now. And you say, wow, okay, Duke was still missing a piece. Obviously, we were missing Whitehead, and we basically threw. And basically threw the game in the last 2 minutes with silly turnovers and poor shot selection, which is actually like the poor shot selection was a thing the entire night, which is just like really bad. But you're honestly not that far away from being a quality Kansas team. I would not be surprised to see like Kansas in the second weekend of the NCAA tournament, along with us. Like, it just seems like both teams made a lot of mistakes in that first half. Then they cleaned it up in the second. And we're actually playing pretty good defense. So I actually did not panic like grief after that Kansas game like I usually do. It's not like, oh my God, we lost at home to Florida State. Not again. It's like, like that's like but if the Kansas, that's like whatever. Yeah, it would have been nice to win it, but it's fine. It really is. Yeah, Keon saying I love how we have balanced scoring. And the other one to look at too, if I go back here, the other one that's worth taking a look at is the assists, and it's not only balanced scoring, but it's also assisted scoring. And when Duke is moving the ball, we are at our best. That was one of the things that we had said, like in that Kansas game. We looked at the stats there in the first half, and I think we had 2 assists or something like that in the game or in the first half, right? And we're like, Duke has like scored. I think we had 10 buckets and 2 assists. I can't remember the exact numbers, but I remember saying something to that effect on stream, and I was like, yeah, this is not really the Duke basketball we want to be playing. So 10 assists tonight so far on 16 made baskets. So you're going up over a 60% clip assist to basket ratio. So we're sharing the ball nicely. Yeah, didn't know Flip has won 3 didn't know Flip has won 3 points between the first half. That's why we have 2 block with 3 rebound. He's got 3 of 6 field goals. Yeah, let's see Filipowski's stat line. Yeah, he's 3 of 6 and 1 for 3 from 3. I mean, we know he can hit 3. He actually took by the way, the 3s that he missed, we didn't miss by much. Like, it was a wide open 3 in front of the Delaware bench on the right wing that looked pretty good, and then there was a straight on 3 that also looked pretty good, and like could have just easily gone down. Still 0-0 as Orlando is there tracking the Duke and Texas women's. I think it is the NCAA tournament. Yeah. Actually, like we could probably pull up a stat like that. It's probably on live stats on GoDuke.com would be my guess. Although, why can't I find it? Women's soccer. Let's see. Okay, Blue Devils host NCAA second round contest. Oh, it's actually at Duke. That's cool. No, that's right. They do it at Duke. Oh, interesting game, actually. Showing other scores at halftime. Virginia, number 16, Virginia going up against number 5, Baylor. In Baylor, 33-30. Huh. Fascinating. Kansas tonight have Southern Utah. Put Flip on the Wizards, Nets, or Portland. He's a walking double-double. I mean, he's a walking double-double for us. Just put him on Duke. He's also a walking double-double. And I mean, at this rate, he's like an all ACC player as a freshman. Like, imagine he averages a double-double for like the season. Now, I don't know if this is going to continue in conference play. It'd be very difficult. But like, even if he averages like 10 and 8, like, damn, that's still something else. Yeah, second half about to start here. I think we got like another minute or so. The pup has finally laid down, and we're ready to go to our second half. All right, chat. So here's what we need to see. So we've been saying how good our offense has been. What we actually need to see in the second half is more on the defensive end. Duke has got to lock it in, and like, we let Delaware have 36 points. We're holding opponents We're holding opponents to 50% or less. So sorry, to 50 or less, right? So yeah, you can give him cheese. Like Kansas had 69 or something like that. USC Upstate had 38, and then Jacksonville had 44. Delaware's got 36 through a half, right? It kind of looks like the score line of the Kansas game, to be honest, except it's like kind of flipped. Because like I'm pretty sure Kansas had like 42 at half, and we had 36, and then we flipped the game on them. So we definitely need to lock it in defensively here. And the other thing that we didn't do well at all, actually, in the Kansas game was exploiting, like, was actually just like pressing the gas. Like, there were multiple possessions, at least two that I can remember, like right before that final 4-minute timeout. That when we came back out of the timeout, we obviously turned the ball over twice in a row. But there was ample opportunity to just put the game away and like just done, right? Like you score once, you score twice, and like Kansas had just missed. You get a defensive rebound, you go down the floor, you put it in the bucket, and like all of a sudden it's a different game, right? All of a sudden now, instead of being only up by 5, you're up by 9, and like that now becomes slightly more insurmountable. So like we really just didn't like just throttle it there and take advantage and go out and win the game. Like go out and finish and win the game. But anyway, we're back at it. You're 5 on the floor: Proctor, Roach, Filipowski, Lively, and Mitchell. And Filipowski gets the first points of the evening. Sorry, of the second half. Yeah. First points of the second half. So interestingly, we had been starting, I think, with Mark Mitchell, and it looks like Lively has taken the Mark Mitchell spot. No, Mark Mitchell's still in the game. So we're actually going, we're going big here as the shot goes from Delaware. So trading buckets there. Jeray Davis gets 9. Flip should do an NIL deal with Rally's promoting the double cheeseburger. He could do an NIL deal with a place called Dane's. It's right on 9th Street. They have a phenomenal burger. Lively with a beautiful look to Proctor. Give him the assist. Proctor has 11. The first Blue Devil, actually the first player for either, no, not the first player for either team. First Blue Devil in double figures, as Proctor now has his career high at Duke with 11. But actually, the assist by Lively was fantastic. So really playing good basketball there. That goes off the glass. And that is a score there for, Filipowski was trying to spin around, can't get it. And it's a Duke turnover again. Delaware has been punishing us all night for these. This is Owens working on Filipowski. And now, good hands by Jeremy Roach to deny that. That was Ray. He's trying to back him down, and Roach just swats it out of bounds. Mitchell, Young, and Roach all had, bad turnovers. Yeah. I know. I mean, brute. It's we're gonna forget those last 2 minutes. I hope the team doesn't forget it, because they need to grow for it. And there's a travel by Delaware, so another turnover here. So a turnover by Delaware going to result in Duke ball. By the way, really appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight for this this Duke game, the get well game after Kansas. Make sure to hit the sub button. Come back on Monday. We'll be broadcasting live. Hopefully it's not a blacked out game and we can be back to our normal setup. We're not usually broadcasting from a couch. Proctor now dribbling left. And will he try to reverse it? No, he will just turn it a turnaround jump shot, and Mark Mitchell will be called for a foul. No, Asamoah will be called for a foul. Actually, I thought Mitchell fended him off, but did not. Proctor at inbound here. see where we go with this. Mitchell cutting across. Lively, does Lively go left? No, Lively sets the screen for Mitchell. Mitchell trying to go in and Mitchell trying to put it up to Lively, but he's pinned underneath the basket. Lively gets it back out to Mitchell, who's short, but he gets his own rebound. And we've got and one? Yes, we do. Mark Mitchell stuffing the stat sheet on that one, actually. The thought by Mitchell to alley-oop Lively was actually really good. Lively just didn't catch it clean, so he had to come down with it. And Mitchell will, okay, no, it's not and one. It's just free throws. The bucket did not count. Don't count the bucket, chat. And Mitchell gets both anyway. Nicely down at the free throw line. He's got 4. Here on this side, this is Owens. Gets it to Davis, back to Owens, and Owens is going to take deep 3. That's off back iron. Rebound down to Filipowski. So this is the opportunity here. Get a bucket here. You go up 10 or 11, and Roach is just going to go in. That's exactly what you need. The killer instinct there as Duke opens a 10-point lead off a nice little run here in the second. 6-2 run here as Delaware turns it over again. Great active hands there by Roach and Proctor. Duke with another opportunity. Jeremy Roach going to go in spinning, playing a little too much hero ball. He should have reversed that out if he had the opportunity, but he didn't. And now this is going to be a quick shot by the Hens, and that 3-pointer is no good as Filipowski comes down with the rebound, and Duke now content to slow it down. I think, no, Roach pushing this up the court. It's going to go to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to go one-on-one. He's going to drive and just bully his way in, and he's going to get 2. What a play by Mitchell. Roach thought about slowing that down, but then I think he realized he saw Mitchell up ahead and just kind of launched it out. And that is the 12-point lead. So Duke has come out with a very emphatic forced 4 minutes of the second half. And chat, we can all breathe more easily. Beautiful. How many times Roach tried to drive against the Jayhawks base? I think that's why I just called that one. I was like, Roach driving left with a little too much hero ball. I think I was having flashbacks to Kansas because we're like, come on, man. Like I get like he was kind of in that form for the NCAA tournament and like doing all that stuff, and it was working for him. So like, sure, like keep going, but like wasn't working the other night, unfortunately. But this is really good. This is exactly how Duke needed to come out here in this second half, and we've got it working for us right now. So. All right, take a quick look here at the stats. So, because the other one I want to see is now Duke, the turnovers, actually, good looking shot by Roach. So actually the turnover is now 5-5, but Duke has started to score off the turnovers. This is the first Duke points off a turnover there. And he did early last season in the Kentucky and the Zags game. Yeah, sort of weird, right? Like, I don't know. It started working for him in the NCAA tournament. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it was just such a like everybody's like putting so much attention on Banchero that is playing slightly off of Roach, and like this year, like everybody knows, this year Roach isn't surprising anyone, right? Like even to us, it was a bit of a surprise towards the end of the season how strongly Roach came on with that confidence. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's just opportunities where he doesn't have to like. He has a really good drive, and then until he touches the paint, and then he like tries to keep going. I think hopefully we see throughout the season the growth that we see is like he drives, touches the paint, and if it's going to be a tough shot, you either pull up or you just kick it out to an open shooter, right? Like for Jeremy Roach, I care less about his points than I care about his number of assists. Maybe those because he had to play more with Keels. Yeah, true also. So Delaware was forced to take that timeout. And they've got 2 left. Let's see what they got coming out of this timeout. Actually, they've got a turnover as Duke has amped up the defensive pressure. And Proctor, now Ryan Young in the game. Young actually gets this one outside to Filipowski. Filipowski looks good, but the 3 doesn't go in. Just really rough shooting from the outside. Filipowski, will he get the block? No, actually. Tough shot there. Tough shot by, Owens. Mitchell driving. Mitchell going right. Mitchell put it up with the left. No good. Rebound back down to Delaware. Delaware driving right. And the 3-pointer there by, actually, no 3-pointer. The shot is rebounded by Proctor. Oh, Roach just gives it away. You saw the cut by Filipowski. Basically, you saw what they were trying to do, but he just tried to force it there. They could have maybe gone with a bounce pass here. Duke doesn't have to pay for it as Filipowski just recovers it. And Proctor now playing point. The Duke offense is best with Proctor at the point. Let's be real. Oh, that's how it's going to shape up throughout the season, I think. Screen there by Young, and Roach goes the other way. And Young now tries to deflect it in, and actually Young gets called for a foul. No? Yes? And we've got an under 16 media timeout, the 4:42 mark. Duke today doesn't have rhythm. Yeah. It does kind of feel that way, right? Yeah. Hold on one section. Yeah, the rhythm looks a little off, although the passing has been pretty good. Let's see. Let's see, refresh again. It's still, yeah, 12 assists on 20 makes. Still not bad though. Let's do the double watch here. Proctor's got 8 rebounds and 11 points. Filipowski 6. Filipowski got 6 rebounds and 9 points right now. So Proctor, I want to see the Proctor double. Still only 10 points though. Like, you wonder who's in chat saying, I think it was Brute might have saying, you get the feeling these guys are just kind of hanging around. Like, you really don't want this to be a 10-point game with like coming out of that under 8-minute timeout. You really, I think, want to blow this game open a little bit sooner than that. Just give me one sec. Shut again. All right, and we're back. Delaware with the ball, looking to cut into the Duke lead here. They can bring it in within single digits, and they do. Delaware's playing with a lot of confidence. And a lot of swagger right now. Ryan Young is second, tied in assists, and Roach had 0. Yeah, yes, that is correct. Delaware again, the 3 no good. Duke dodging a bullet. We are dry on the offensive end right now and just can't get anything to go. Ryan Young is going to try to go coast to coast, and he can't get the layup. What? Oh my God, that was just a giveaway. It's really hard to read the numbers, the black numbers, the blue numbers on the black Delaware uniforms. Like, it's literally illegible. That shot no good, and Proctor is now going to go and go. I want to see Proctor actually push this one. He actually passed back to Grandison and then pass to Ryan Young. There you go. There is a good transition play by Duke. 6 points for Ryan Young. No, we're gonna be fine here. There's no choking in this game. This is no Carolina chokes. Duke, no. Oh, blocked from behind by Ryan Young. Way to stay with it, actually. Way to keep his feet planted there. It's very easy just to get foul called from when you're blocking from behind. So we have yet to see Whitehead in the second half. Oh, he actually got hit on the arm. And then we go Arletti off of the easy inbounds, or off the inbounds pass for an easy 2, just going baseline, not well defended by Duke at all. And we're back down to 8. Roach going right, and the alley-oop. What? Excuse me? You literally missed. How tall is Derek Lively? 6'10"? How do you miss him? You threw it over his head. What? What? I don't okay, Roach is just like off. Oh, great hands there. Oh, Whitehead almost comes up with another steal. Actually, great energy by Whitehead. I'd like to see that he's got confidence in that, like, coming off the right foot injury, he has the confidence to, like, go and intercept passes in the passing lanes. It almost lays out for that one, but says he'd rather not end up in the scorer's table. And we're going to call foul. No, charge. Charge against Jameer Nelson. That is I have that down as his 4th. Got 6 points, 4 fouls. Delaware pleading for a block, actually, on that one. 2. Yeah, he was hungry. Frustrating game for Duke. If I was watching, I'd be screaming. I can do the screaming for you, though. Okay, so they call the charge. The question that they're reviewing is, does Whitehead have his feet? Yeah, okay, actually, yes. So this cannot be a charge because Whitehead is a secondary defender and his feet are in the restricted area. So that call was reviewed, and Nelson gets 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Yeah, it was determined that Whitehead's feet were in the restricted area, so that is actually a very, like, straightforward call. It's a block. Whitehead now trying to get the screen from Proctor. Whitehead dribbling. Whoo! Hot pass over to Blake's. Out to Roach, and Roach gets fouled heavy, actually. Actually, shot fake, and his man just flew into him. Roach might have to start coming off the bench. How many in the paint points compared by the 2 teams? Let's check. Paint points by the 2 teams. 32 points in the paint for Duke and 18 for Delaware. So we are winning handily in this category, plus 14. Yeah. So Duke doing pretty good right there. '80th minute, Duke still 0-0 at Texas. Nice. Yeah, so checking if some of the other stats have like kind of really turned in our favor. And the game is still close, so nothing like really glaring stands out. Rebound margin still well in Duke's favor now, 27-18, as is the turnover. No, actually, Duke has turned the ball over 8 times to only 6 for Delaware. So Duke actually with more turnovers on the game than our opponent. That's not good. Yeah, Derek Lively actually. What? Derek Lively has 4 assists? How? Really? All right, well, Lively is leading all players with 4 assists. Roach actually has 0 still. Roach had 0 6. He only has 4 rebounds. No, sorry, 4 points and 1 rebound. Game to forget for Roach actually at the moment. Filipowski with 6 rebounds and 2 blocks, and he's got 9 points. Getting back to live action here in just a second. Actually, let me make sure I have my Delaware points right. 9, 4, 7, 4, 10, 9, 4, 9, 4, 7, 4, 10, 9, 4. All right, there we go. Roach looking for an opportunity here. He's got 16 seconds to shoot, and he's going to take a step inside the three-point line, take a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Blakes is still battling for the rebound, and Duke does come up with it. Duke with an opportunity to reset here and run some clock if it wants to, but it's only a 7-point game as they clear out the left side for Whitehead. Now Whitehead's going to go with the turnaround jump shot. No good there. Roach tries to go in with the rebound, and will get the and one on the putback. That's actually the best play we've seen Jeremy Roach make all night. Give credit where it's due. That was really nice. That was really nice to stick with it, stay with the hustle here. Roach like literally just goes down to the floor. Lowest man wins right there. And he just picks that up out of the pile and puts it in. So give him 6 tonight. Actually, give him 7. This is Delaware, free 3-pointer on the outside. This one is going, but it can't connect. And so Duke actually comes down with that rebound. Now Jeremy Roach pushing up the floor, overpass over to Blakes, extra pass to Grandison as Grandison hits it. Great decision by Blakes to put in the extra pass to the right wing. Great decision. Oh, come on. Delaware inbounding. Oh, and it's a steal by Blakes, which he's gotten really good at, by the way. And the dunk in the finish. I feel like Blakes has multiple steals per game. Like at least 2. And Delaware is going to call a timeout here. They are down to a single timeout. Blake's just a pest in the passing lanes here. That is his 2nd steal of the game. Let's see. Steals, 1 for Roach, 1 for Whitehead, 1 for Proctor. And that's where we're at. Everyone's shooting perfectly in the free throw line except for Jalen Blakes and Derek Lively. The point guard can't shoot the free throws. The good for tonight. Still shooting our trees. The AG is in much better. Our field goal percentage. Oh, okay, is much better tonight. Grandison having a better game. Yeah, I think Grandison is really key to that, right? All right, let's get back to the live action. All right, here we go. 30 seconds on the shot clock, 10:37 to go. Blake's shoulders are massive. Yeah, you gotta be. Is it his shoulders or his traps or both? If it's his traps, I think he's been really working those traps in the gym. Oh, I actually thought it was really good defense by Lively. He gets called for the foul. Eight minutes to go. 0-0. Ah, okay. I got you, Keon. Yeah, they got a ways to go. Second free throw is no good. We're still at 62-47. 15 minutes to go. Oh my goodness, Jeremy Roach almost skies for it and is rejected at a meeting at the summit, as Bill Rafferty would say. Goodness. What? Yo, Roach almost puts this guy on a poster. Like, this Delaware player is lucky he got a piece of that, because if not, he winds up on the next wallpaper for Cameron. Goodness gracious. Like, Roach almost gets away with it. He gets the first of the 2 free throws. My goodness. That was crazy. He gets the second. Roach has 9. He would be the 3rd Blue Devil in double figures if he were to reach the 10-point mark, which he now has 10 minutes to do. Riley looking for options. Riley, and actually Filipowski is there. Oh, sorry, Ryan Young is there to clean it up. Rebound to Young. I keep wanting to have Flip get the double-double. So I really want Flip to be the one getting the rebound. But yeah, it's a 10-0 run here for Duke in the last 2 minutes. Again, this is kind of one of those teams that's going to hang around on you in the first half. But in the second half, you're just going to outwork them. You're going to out-effort them, out-condition them. Heck, maybe even get the grab the UConn coach a I was gonna say, what have they been grabbing up there? Anyway, and the Blue Hens connect again, so it stays, the margin staying to 7. All right, let's see, what do we got here? That's Kenny Walker. Yeah, there's with the left hand. See, that's what Mark Mitchell should be doing, right? That kind of move. That's some kind of move he's going to have to learn. And we finally hit. Kansas down by 4. Let's hope for an upset. Oh my gosh. Filipowski, I believe that was, now has 12. This is Owens. Owens driven left, driving right, finally decides to dribble forward, and Ryan Young comes up with a rebound off his errant shot. 8:25 to go, and we got Proctor running it half court. Here's Blake's for 3. Blake's for 3! Yep, he needs water. Duke 72. Wait, 72. What am I missing? Who scored? What? 2 5 4 4 11 7 6 6 9. 2 5 2 5 4 4. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that at the break because I have points assigned like where they should be. Grandison inside to Filipowski, now gets 1-on-1 and charge. Ah, boy. And a charge. Lively 5, Blake's 4. Roach 4, Proctor. No. Now I have it right. 2 5 9 9 11 10 6 6 14. 2 5 2 5 9 9 11 10 6 6 14. Yes. 11 6 6 4. Ah, Filipowski's got that. Those were the extra points. Filipowski's got 14. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I want to make sure my foul situation is right. Okay, so Lively actually has 4 fouls. I was not tracking that. Lively 4 fouls. Whoa, I had an extra on Whitehead. Okay. 1 4 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. So that's the foul situation for Duke. Duke has won the second round of the NCAA tournament by a score of 1-0. All right, against Texas. So they will move, I guess, to the equivalent of the Sweet 16. That's pretty cool. The Sweet 16 for soccer. Nice. Blake's need to become a consistent scorer. In the Kansas game, he had some weak contested layups attempts. Started to remind me of Goldwire. Oh dear. Though, you know, Blake's, so you're right. Like as a returning player, is like the only other returning player, basically. In addition to Jeremy Roach, like, yeah, like I agree. You're absolutely right. Right. Like if he could go, but like he doesn't need wild numbers of points. Like if he can go out and get 6, if you just give me 6, 6, 6, 6, all like, or 8 or something like that, right? Like he's fine. Blake's doesn't have to carry scoring, but to Esper's 66's point, it'd be nice if Blake's like contributed on a like, you know, consistent basis, right? 9 6 7 4 10 9 4. 9 6, yeah, 7 4. 7 10 9 4. All right, back to the live action here. 7:44 to go. And this is Riley. Riley, who's been quiet, who would hit 3 3-pointers in the first half, or 2 3-pointers in the first half. This is Filipowski going in. He gets blocked after he kind of lost his footing. And that is going to go to Delaware, I think. Oh, no. Duke, no. Duke deflected it out. So I'm trying to find the stats for Yeah, for Riley, it's now 3 of 5. So this is Tyrese Proctor going off the dribble. The lay-in off the glass is just too strong, but the move looked really good. Like that's the Tyrese Proctor we want to see. Dribble crossover, attack at the rim, then the opportunity to kick out, but that's a little bit more complicated. So that's a great first start for Proctor as he gets the baseline jumper. And he's got 13. Filipowski is 6 to 10 shooting with 14.7 rebounds. Yeah, still wanting to see. Let's watch the rebounding there for Filipowski. Actually, he comes up with the steal here, and Proctor is off to the races. Go to the rim. He gives it. Oh, tries to give it up to Ryan Young, and Filipowski's there, and Filipowski cleans it up. The deflection winds up at the feet of Flip, and he's got 16. That was very opportunistic. Duke has blown the game wide open here. That's a block by Filipowski from behind. Yo, Flip does everything. This kid is something else, man. He's going to be so good. And the problem is at this rate, he's going to be so good. He goes. Sorry, dog is now eating carpet. And Nelson puts that back in. Dog eating carpet is the crisis right now. Goal Wars last season at Duke, he can never make contested layup. Yeah. Somebody made a video about it on YouTube. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh, Filipowski doesn't get the front end of the 1-and-1, but actually Duke recovers it. No. Yes, actually, Duke will recover. It was out of bounds on Delaware. So although Flip misses it, we are still able to get it back. Duke here with the inbound. To Jalen Blakes, now to Roach. And Proctor just spotting up here. If there's an opportunity for a drive, are we going to see Proctor here? There's Filipowski off the screen. It's actually going to be a 3 by Roach. No good. Filipowski with a rebound, and the putback is just too strong. He couldn't get the follow through because he was down on the floor on his back. But he did. That does technically count as a rebound and a shot, so he's got 8. Filipowski, great defense, cuts off the paint there on the Delaware drive, and Proctor comes down with a rebound. I'm pretty sure now he's at the double-double mark, and Duke has managed to open up a 25-point lead here. Actually, wow, that kind of snuck up on us, didn't it? We were like, all of a sudden, Delaware had between 8, and now that should be and 1. Yes, and 1 for Filipowski. Yo, Filipowski is on pace to put up 20. This dude, I can't, it's hard to express how, I am so amazed by Filipowski's game. I love it. Oh, so actually, the bucket was actually Whitehead's bucket, but Filipowski got fouled. And so he goes to the free throw line to shoot, and he will get the first. Hey. No. No, buddy. Dog's still trying to eat carpet, chat. That's the state of affairs. Okay. And Filipowski for the second one gets that to go. He's got 18. I think Filipowski will. David Barnes might want to finish the sentence, but at this rate, I think Filipowski will actually not get the double-double unless the end of that. Oh, stay 4 years. Oh man, at this rate, he's gone after this one if he keeps playing this way. Riley's 3 is off, and the rebound down to the Delaware fighting blue hands. And great actually deflection there by Roach as Delaware was trying to get this back outside. And Jalen Blake's there with the feed to Mark Mitchell. Perfect timing because it was about to get stripped from behind. Duke now capitalized, firing on all cylinders. We're up by 31. Yo, we blew this game open in a hurry. Like, and Lively rejected. Oh, come on. I can't believe they called that a foul on Lively. Wait, if they call that a foul on Lively, that's 5. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a foul out situation for Derek Lively. Which actually means, yeah, he's fouled out. Which actually means Filipowski might have to come back. 1-5-1-2. 1-5-1-2-1-2-1-2. Yeah, that's right. Delaware's foul situation though. So I think Filipowski has to come back unless we're gonna play 3-2-1. And that's connecting there at the line. And only 1 of 2 there at the free throw line for Delaware. Duke by 30 right now. Duke is favored by about 26.5. And Roach over to Blake's. Blake's muscling his way to the baseline. Derek Whitehead is actually going to go for 3. Oh, in and out. And actually, Blake's is in the right place at the right time to pick up that rebound, but the putback is no good. So couldn't capitalize on the opportunistic board. Whitehead playing pretty good defense. I got really excited for Whitehead there for a second. And that will go. And that is Davis. There, he's got 11. And yeah, Shark fan. And we're up by 30. Wow, UVA ahead on Baylor at Baylor by 13. Let's see, Grandison. That was over to Whitehead, who just gives it back up to Grandison. Grandison going baseline, has to give it to Mitchell. Mitchell now starts his dribble. He travels. Yeah, he now starts his dribble late, is what we should have said. So 10-8-7-4, 10-9-4. Yeah, so chat, I've only got one screen, so I'm like bouncing back and forth. That's why 10-8-7-4, 10-11-4. Oops. 10-11, yeah, that's correct there. And the foul situation, 3-2-1-2-1-2-4. 3-2-1-2-1-2-4. That's Asamoah there with 4. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. It would have been an and 1 for Kyle in the Kansas game instead of him being called or offensive foul. Oh, Esper, you're talking about the situation where he gets he gets a defensive board, he tries to go back up, and then he gets hacked, right? But what the refs actually call was this, like, the ref from behind calls what he thinks is a high elbow to the face of the Kansas player, despite the ref on the baseline clearly calling that Filipowski had gotten hacked. That was just a mess of a call. I really wish Mark Williams would have stayed. He's hardly getting any minutes for the Hornets. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, David, that's unfortunate, dude. Where do you play Mark Williams in this lineup? Like, you probably don't get like one of the bigs, right? Like either Whitehead, Lively, or Filipowski. You probably don't get those guys to come in if Williams stays. So like, I agreed. Like he had such, like, his growth last year was so good and tremendous, but like, I don't know, like, how do you get more players in? I mean, just look tonight. Like, we've got Whitehead with 4 points, Lively with 5, Blake's with 9, Roach with 9, Proctor with 13, Grandison with 10, Ryan Young with 6, Mitchell with 8, Filipowski with 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 9 Duke players. Roger Ayers on the call. Yeah, well, obviously, right? Anytime Roger Ayers is visioning a Duke game, it's like not going to happen. Razor Shop is like right on that one. So like, I mean, like Roger Ayers never fails to disappoint with his atrocious calling of Duke of Duke, right? We all know this, chat. We know this. All right, final 3 minutes and 40 seconds here. Duke is just going to put the finishing touches. I was about to say, if you haven't scored for Duke, it's because you weren't in the game. And that's Delaware stepping on the baseline there. That's Jamar Nelson. He's going to turn that over. Now Jaden Shoot in the game. He's the only. So let's see if he can get himself some points. But we've had 9 Blue Devil scores. It's been actually a really nice game all around, especially here in the second half where we just really stretched it out. And it really came from those first 4 minutes, right? We talked about how Duke really needed to clamp down defensively. And then in a change from the Kansas game, oh my God, what a move by Whitehead. The spin move inside. Can't finish, but Mark Mitchell there with the putback gets the rebound. That move by Whitehead, holy cow, if he had just finished it, it's a Sports Center top 10. Goodness gracious. He put Delaware in the blender. I mean, and this is another turnover by Delaware. Mark Mitchell's going to go coast to coast on this thing. No, he's going to get hacked, and he will go to the free throw line. Holy, give us a replay. Whitehead, dude, puts oh my, puts Davis in the blender. I mean, he's like making chicken nuggets out of the hens right now, dude. That's a terrible one, but I had to throw it in there. Goodness gracious. Like, that is a healthy Tariq Whitehead. Oh, that was nice. Is that the mob boss looking ref? That dude was a real hater. Yes, that's the one. With like the slick back hair. That's the one. Kind of has like the Calipari haircut, honestly. Which, to be fair, Calipari also looks like a mob boss. So, I'm pretty sure you got it right. Christian Reeves, I believe, is now going to enter the game here for Duke as we are up at 86. And rebound down to Grandison. And Grandison gets this outside to Blake's. Thought about the three, was wide open. Actually drives in, gets Reeves, and then Reeves there. That's blocked. And now we'll put that back, and he will go to the free throw line. I'm missing points from a Duke player. Why? 13. Grandison's got 10, 6. And Reeves will connect. So Christian Reeves with his first points. 4, 5, 9, 9, 13. 13. Reeves there. 12. Yeah. Yeah, that was Mark Mitchell's points. Yep. I slighted Mark Mitchell some points. Look, chat, we got 2 minutes and 31 seconds left as Christian Reeves hits both. I'm going to sign off pretty quick once we get done, as I will make sure to see you guys back here on Monday. Make sure to hit the sub button, and we'll be back for the game on Monday, hopefully with a less scuff setup. But I appreciate everybody hanging around here. That shot is no good there by Delaware, and Reeves comes down with the rebound. How's Joey Baker doing on the team he transferred to? I actually don't know. He transferred to Michigan, didn't he? And it would be great. Actually, Kristen Reeves, beautiful putback, by the way. Maybe I'm pretty sure he went to Michigan. It'd be great if he just lights up Carolina when they play him. And then we'd all be like, what the hell, man? Like, why didn't you ever light up Carolina for us? This is a travel by Delaware. This is a travel. Yeah, it is. It's a travel by Arletti, who falls as he tries to drive baseline. Duke brings the double team. And we're at the 90-point mark. This is Max Johns in the game. Now I have literally run out of room to put more Duke players on this thing because we're going so deep into the early rotation here. Shoot, passes it up, it goes to Whitehead. Whitehead actually going to put 3. No good there. Reeves actually with a rebound. Duke with an opportunity to reset if they kick it out, and they do. James Shoot thought about 3, extra pass outside to Max to Johns, and then back down inside there to Catchings. And so over to Whitehead. Whitehead with 7 to go. The crossover dribble. What a silky smooth jumper as he takes one step inside the 3-point line and drops it down. He was such a defensive liability. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Joey Baker. That's a good way to sum up. Good effort. Good effort. Nothing wrong with the kid. Gave great effort, but yeah, ultimately, didn't quite. And like, he was in there to shoot threes, and at the end of the day, let's face it, he wasn't making threes. Like, right? Like, and so you're just not going to see a lot of minutes. Whitehead is funny. Whitehead is still in the game. They're just giving him minutes, which is actually, even though this is basically garbage time, as we tick here under a minute. Oh, good defense by Reeves, but can't quite stay in front there as we have Delaware with 2 points. Delaware has also put in the substitutes here. So 45 seconds left in the game. There's going to be the Derek Whitehead show as he's just going to lay it in. No, the drive comes up short. Reeves still fighting for the loose ball. And if this goes to a whistle, possession arrow actually gives it to the Blue Hens. Baker, 6.5 PVG. Yeah. I like Alex Murphy also, who traveled from Duke. Yeah. Rip. 6.5 points per game. It's like basically like what he did for us, right? It's like no different. It was even like, I guess 6 is like probably what he was averaging, would be my guess. Yeah. And we get Shoot playing some really nice D here on the left wing. Oh, that's a reach-in foul by Whitehead. Oh, he thought he could go for the strip. I kind of like the play though. You know what? I don't mind. He's got 1 foul. Whatever. It's his 2nd foul. I like it. These are good minutes here for Whitehead. Put Delaware on the free throw line, and he'll convert. Well, chat, look, I appreciate everybody hanging in, especially considering that we've had a bit of an odd stream tonight, and hopefully we're back on Monday with me actually being able to sit or stand at my desk, have proper stats, and have the watch party in Discord that we normally do. But look, I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight on this Friday night as we, it's about 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. Derek Whitehead's just going to dribble this one out, and Duke is going to seal the deal here. A nice bounce back win for our Blue Devils, 92-58. Player of the game, 100%, I think. Probably has to go to Filipowski, although it could go to Proctor. Like, Proctor had the double-double. Filipowski didn't quite make it. So the double-double streak for Flip is broken, unfortunately, at 3 games. Funny how ACC starts a little sooner this season. Yeah, we actually have an ACC. We're like playing like a game before Christmas. We play an ACC game before Christmas. Yeah. Made it work, by the way. Yeah, great game. Filipowski, 7 for 13 with 18 points. Yeah, and if I were back at my desk, I would let chat do a poll for player of the game. But like, just throw it in there, chat. Who do you think is your player of the game? Because I can't set up the poll right now. It's probably between Flip and Proctor. Here's your stats for you. Filipowski, 18 points. 8 rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive board. Also had 3 blocks tonight, by the way. 7 of 13, very efficient shooting, and hit 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. Proctor went 5 of 8 in his 28 minutes, 1 of 2 from 3, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 13 points. Really nice game. Actually, there were multiple Duke players with 4 assists. Lively with 4, Blake's with 4, and Proctor with 4. I think Grandison had a perfect shooting night. Grandison did have a perfect shooting night. He was 4 for 4 from the field, including the 1 made 3-pointer. Flip gets the vote for Orlando. Can't have a slow start in the next game. Yeah, it was a bit of a slow start, but it was a fast start to the second half. And we've seen Duke really, I think we've seen Duke make two games now consecutively. Granted, the stakes were a little different in this game, but Duke and Coach Shire making really nice adjustments in the locker room and coming out of that locker room really strong in the second half. I mean, we did win those first 4 minutes against Kansas. We were down by 4, 6, and then we were up after the first 4 minutes. So Duke really showing, and I think Coach Shire showing that he can, push the right buttons in the halftime locker room and get the team out in the second half. Little flip, Randy Madison goes with flip for the vote there. Confirmed, Sweet Susie. Brother BKL is going to go with Proctor for player of the game. Very nice. Filipowski made contributions in many stats categories, so Chalk fan is going to go with Filipowski. And David Barnes, Proctor has that quick release. Nice. Look, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. I didn't see if there were any of the subs that came through. I didn't get any alerts, but again, I'm not at my desk. So if I missed you, I apologize for that. Actually, I can kind of go back to my desk right now. Let's go back and see if anything came through, because I want to make sure I get all the shout outs right before we sign off for the evening. Sometimes not all the subs come through, given there's different settings and stuff. But look, I appreciate everybody tonight. I will be broadcasting. This is where I want to be. Really great Duke team win. I guess the assists were really on point tonight. Great Duke basketball. 18 assists on 34 made baskets. So a total we got for basically assisting on over half of our makes. Duke will end the game shooting 50% from the floor. Delaware shot 38%, and the three-point shooting percentage for Duke at 43%. That's our best three-point shooting performance of the season there at the 43% mark there, where Duke ends up, what do we end up going? 6 of 14? That's pretty good. Orlando's going to get some sleep. Great dub for Duke, 3-1. Agreed. All right, everybody. Look, I appreciate it. I'm going to go and have some dinner here because it's late, and I didn't get dinner in before the game, and I certainly didn't get dinner during the game. So, but look, appreciate everybody. I will see you back here Monday. Make sure to hit the sub button so you get notified when we go live. Thank you very much. And for all of us here at Real Live, until Monday, go Duke. Cheers.